When last we left our intrepid heroes in our daring adventure, the previous episode, the night before, they were on a beach.
Okay.
There was a group aiding the sailors around, fixing longboats so that they could, in turn, spread the word and seek out their ships that they had hidden. There's another group surrounding the buggy. Um, and I'll leave it to you guys. What's everyone up to?
I
Right
believe.
now, it's like
Well, I just
Go
gave
ahead.
my inspiring speech. No.
Correct. And so, without further ado, these people will be leaving to go spread the word and do their thing.
Okay. Wait, before they go,
Yes.
Oh.
I'm going to pull out the dwerge to heal them.
Ah. All right. One moment.
does my flute react to the dirge?
Um. Yeah, a couple of the people are kind of leery of it. However, one person is wounded pretty badly. That's the guy with the torch in his hand. The adventurer guy
It's the one
there.
who actually tried to help us fight.
Correct. He is not leery of it. He will accept the healing.
Alright, so I'm attempting to use my Confuse Magic Device ability so that I can activate it without using a charge.
Excellent.
Sam.
Give it a shot. Sir.
Sam. Is my flute reacting?
It it is not.
Okay, so here's the thing. At the moment, I'm actually not looking at them. I'm paying attention up towards the interior of the island and further along the beach because I'm keeping an eye out for trouble.
All right.
So my back is turned at the moment.
So a total of 30.
You can roll a spot, Genji.
Okay. Let's see.
You said 30.
Yep.
Excuse me.
What is the roll on that?
It adds
I mean,
10 to the difficulty to basically not use a charge.
oh, yeah, yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Excellent.
So he gets 7 points back.
Excellent. Cool. So, you want me to give you a little insight here? The cool part about your gloves, if you use them in tandem with one of these and this ability, you can operate the doors. Pretty much abuse the shit out of it and not run out of charges, it would seem.
So I'd need it's a at that point it would be a DC 10 to use to pass the check.
Correct.
And since my base is a 14, I can't fail. All right. Well, that is
Right.
certainly realizing that. I will abuse the hell out of it because, that's what I do. And
Why
he is
not?
now back to full health.
24.
Excellent.
Oh, I would like some help.
Come here.
I would like some
Mayor.
help too.
Thought you
So
were fine.
do the other people,
No,
do the less badly injured people see them getting healed and decide to partake?
Where is Armando?
Currently, down here.
Up in the lot.
Yes. The lesser healed people are completely fascinated by it. And they see all your weird gizmos over there. Yeah. They're convinced you're some kind of
Wow.
basic science, basically some kind of insanely badass scientific medical dude.
Is anyone else getting a weird metallic ring from Sam?
I was. I'm not now.
Yeah, only when he talks.
It's my daughter.
An android?
No, it's my daughter. She's freaking blowing in some little plastic thing. It's making some high shrill.
Ah, that would be it,
beat.
yeah. Because
Ah,
it's not
don't
there
do
now.
that.
Yep.
Alright, so yeah. I'll just use it until everyone's healed that wants to come be healed. And before they leave, I'll shove a couple potions.
Everyone, pretty much.
Yeah. Before they leave, I shove a couple vials in their hands. Like, hey, if you find anyone else that is healed, have them drink these. It'll help.
Injured? Anyone else that is healed?
That needs to be healed. Look, I'm busy, okay? I don't have time for words.
I will heal you. I will heal you to death again. Wait. So, Genji, what was your spot check?
24.
All right. Yes. Further down the beach, this direction. You can see another
That was a
massive
little
raiding
zoomed in.
party.
Which direction?
Direction?
Okay. Okay. I see it.
Yeah. There is another massive group that is accosting another group of people.
He said. He said.
What?
Why does Dracula?
Oh, this is gonna be great. Why does Dracula go to the doctor? But I don't know. You just came and asked me that.
Okay.
Roll out, weirdo.
Because he was feeling a little batty.
I don't know. She squelched out on me.
Squelch.
No, Jim.
Such a fun word.
No.
Squelch.
You already used it enough.
Squelch.
He used its upgraded version, a meaty, moist squelch.
Oh.
It was fine in context, but now you're just... no. Anyway. So I'm like, look, I need to get back to my ship and prepare devices so that we can take the fight to them. Save as many as you can.
Yes. People leave imagine, if you will, that these two boats are no
Are gone.
longer there.
Well, there is a group down that way, and I point.
Genji, until I can, I have an idea, but I
I turn.
need my workshop.
Okay. Is it still? Is the door just still in your hand?
Honestly, probably not. If I've done healing everybody, I would have stuck
Okay.
it back in the pocket.
Okay. So I'm like, okay. You need me?
You know more about psionics than anyone else here because your people have fought them.
That's fair.
So
All
you can
right.
either come with me and help give me advice, or you go fight down there.
I mean, I'd love to help you, my friend, but I'm not sure what help I could be.
Neither do I yet.
Mayhaps his implication is that you know more than you think you do.
All right.
Jaeger,
Well, are the rest of you heading down the?
Jaeger, before you run off and
Oi.
two things. A, can you load the what's left of the crystal guy into the back of the buggy?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna need to study that.
Next.
Go ahead and rip off all the mechanical pieces. I just need the crystal.
Right. All right. So just put the crystal in the buggy and the scrap bits on the side, and that's all.
Yeah. All right. Are you
All
gonna
right.
are you gonna use the lightning blade?
Nah.
All right. Well, hand it here. I might need it.
Here you go.
All right. Constantine, Mercedes, you coming with me then?
Absolutely.
Sandoval, are you heading down there, or are you coming to the ship?
It's a good question. I should probably reprovision. At least temporarily.
No, we all.
I doubt I carry my full load of shot on me.
Especially under the circumstances.
Perhaps you should start considering that.
Well, being that I have several hundred rounds of ammunition and the powder to go with it,
Oi. Sandoval's
You
brother
should start
told him,
considering
never
that.
spend your load all at the same spot. It's wasteful.
Oh my god.
So the waka waka. So the crystal takes up a seat of its own
Oh yeah, sure.
in the buggy. Leander is going to accompany you, as he believes his insight could aid you in some way.
Do I need to make strength checks for that? Removing the crystal from the mechanical shell.
Are you joking?
Please,
Like how many do I
no.
need to make?
No, you do not.
Oh,
Fucking
okay.
8 strength. An 8? An 8. Did you have the cheek to ask me? No, I'm just fucking. That is.
I've never.
That's you have a ridiculously high strength. I'll be honest. I've never had a PC in a game with an unaugmented strength as high as Jaeger's.
Okay. So, in that case, we're all headed back to the ship.
We're not abandoning it.
Tristan, what is going on with your mic? Is it rubbing on something?
My mic is shut off currently. It shouldn't be making any sound. I have it muted.
Was everyone else was hearing that, right? Yeah, no, it's yours is the one lighting up.
Now it's gone.
Yeah, it's weird. It's so intermittent. I have no idea. It's anyway. I'm not gonna worry about it right now.
All right. So the buggy. What are we doing with it? Is it getting loaded up? Brought back? You leaving it here on the beach to help with combat?
Well, I'm assuming that Arthur and Daisy are coming with me, and I don't think anyone but the three of us have any idea how to operate the thing. So,
It's coming with
Okay.
us.
yeah, it's kind of
So-
got to come with us.
All right. So we need to make some logistic decisions here. You only have one longboat.
Then the buggy can stay here then. I'll abandon it rather than worry about anything else right now.
All right. So
I
you'll
hate-
leave you'll leave the empty buggy here.
Unfortunately.
Take a
Oh.
minute. I ask you to indulge me real quick, and I will try and hide it using a. Do you want a hide check or survival? Because I'm trying to conceal it.
Give me survival.
Okay. I will take a nat 20, thank you.
I'm sure you will.
What would you
GM's
actually
in
roll?
there like,
No.
no, nat 20.
Yeah, I'd take a nat 22, but I haven't rolled.
Hey, wherever you're at and they're handing those out, stop. Don't.
I'd like to know where they're handing them out, actually.
Yeah, well, everybody's just gonna ask now. You're on that. So everybody, here you go. I'll make you a deal. Burn up your nat 20s during all this role play so that we can go into this heavy combat real quick.
Yeah, after our last game, how many people had nat 1s?
That was hilarious.
think there
There
were
were
like
like 3 nat 1s in a row.
Yes.
I was dying.
It's all perception, too.
Ouch.
24 on that survival.
Okay.
I don't feel comfortable leaving it out here in the open, knowing that the Black Church is after anything that Armando makes.
That's fair. I'm not really happy with leaving it either, but
I get that.
So Constantine is gonna go aid in combat because the boat looks a little crowded. Yeah. Ali is gonna go combating.
okay. Jaeger?
Yeah.
Are you coming back to the ship while I work, or are you going to go fight?
I was.
Is that one of those
fight.
jokes?
Yeah,
That's another one of those jokes.
it's a joke.
I was gonna go fight if
All right.
unless you needed me.
Well, we should be able to manage.
Yeah, for
I
a
think.
time. Just Get the people safe and have them head towards the ship. It's
See
easier
a
to guard
big
one location.
smile.
Here, take these, and
Oh, my
I hand out the last.
It's a good battle.
Yeah, I hand out the last few potions I have on me.
Thank you. I'll be all right though.
Well, you're not the only one down there.
They're not gonna know what hit them.
Jaeger's like, I was a little thirsty. Drinks them immediately.
Please don't give him ideas.
These are great for headaches, by the way.
I turn to look at Armando with an eyebrow raised.
I mean, he's not wrong, but that's not the point right now. I actually reach up and I like grab at your at the armor and pull you down a little bit so we're a little closer, and I'm speaking quietly. I'm like, Jaeger, I know you're smarter than this, and you got to be smart in this fight. I've lost too much family. Don't make me lose a brother.
Are you worrying for nothing, man?
Be safe.
I'm the champion of my people. You understand? Special type of blood runs in me. This world doesn't
I'd rather.
have the chains to hold me back.
Well, I want it to keep running in you and not over the sand.
Well, I mean, I kind of like show my arm and my chest a little bit. I got some scars and leave a little bit of myself out some places sometimes if there's a good warrior, but this just happens with the territory. Nothing to worry about. Well, there was that big imperator guy, and look at you. I kind of pat him on the shoulder. You took him down all by yourself. Fucking great. The Imperator.
Alright, so pat him on the arm again, then I turn to go. Like, alright, we don't have much time. Daisy, Mercedes, Daisy. Mercedes, this is Arthur, my son. Everyone on the boat. Alright, that's great.
She's just, she's just bewildered. And yeah, slightly confused, but being ushered along. Okay, so it's Sandoval, Jaeger, Ali, Constantine. Drop or take. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't have the +8 to my strength right now.
Honestly, at this point, though, thinking about it, I could just have somebody, I could have, when Armando comes back with whatever he does come back with, I can have have Yul prepare me a package of armament, extra bullets and whatnot.
So they're way better than Mentos.
But
it's not a fresh maker.
Yeah, also, Sandoval would tell you, I'm fairly certain Yul's already done it, but make sure he's opened the armory.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everyone on deck is armed.
If he hasn't, make sure he knows he has permission. Pretty sure he does by this point, but he is a stickler for rules.
So let me get spot checks.
All around or just from the people staying?
Nope, just from the people staying. As you will get the opportunity to lay eyes on the field prior to just running it.
All right. 8.
All right.
Wait, hold on. Never mind. It's a 10.
Better than an 8.
I was looking at my search, and even then, it's where the numbers don't quite line up.
I got a nat 1 off roll 20. I am not using the dice roller. I see nothing.
Man, that's a lot of sand.
All right. Okay. You see the scene before you. People fighting all around. There's a warden here as well. Um, looks like the Imperatus disturbed a camp of um, looks like just some sailors, potentially pirates, but whatever. There are more pouring onto the beach. Um, you see down near the dock, there is a person. Well, it's an orc that has a group of people surrounding him. And the reason they stick out to you guys is because, well, as you can see on the map here, he has his own special art. So aside from that, though, the people around him have nice gear and are performing combat very skillfully. Um, basically, on your end, it takes one to know one essentially, and seeing the practice movements.
He's a duelist.
No, just seeing the guys down there perform, you see that they're tiers above the other guys as far as they've been in combat before.
Oh. They know what they're doing.
Correct.
Alrighty, so is it surprise round or initiative or what's going on?
Well, this is the time where you take a brief moment to make a plan with your friends here, because as you can see, you are heavily outnumbered. And I'll be honest, this is a little bit of me letting you know ahead of time, like you don't want to just run around and start fighting. Because without Armando's crowd control, you guys really are just here to punch holes. Your spot checks allowed for you guys to take a brief moment, take stock, talk it over. If no one wants to do that, I'm fine too. Then roll initiative, because you guys didn't roll a good enough spot to get a surprise round. However, if you guys opt in for stealth, I will need those rolls to determine if you get a surprise round.
I have a question before they go any further.
Yes.
Can I have passed off some stuff to them since they're going to go fight?
Yeah, I'll allow it, but I mean, the brash way in which everyone parted ways, I kind of want to say no, but
Okay. I mean,
yes, because I honestly, you would have been like because it's a commonality. It's something you often do when you're not using your combat items. You just go, here, guys, take these. And so it is very, very fair for you to say to me, well, I would have, because you truly would have. But if you also want to say, you know what, I wasn't thinking about it, that's fine too.
well, the only two, I believe, Sandoval currently has the Frost Blaster. Unless he's...
Yes.
Yeah, I don't believe I
Unless
ever
he's
gave it
abandoned
back.
it on the I was gonna say unless he abandoned it on the beach. I don't believe so. Then yes, he would have it on him.
Okay. So
I'm assuming at that on the beach and that little bit of downtime, you would have done the thing to recharge it.
yeah, I refueled it, but I also have the flamethrower and the lightning rod. So, who wants what?
Constantine wants a flamethrower,
Everyone wants a flamethrower, let's face it.
right? Right? She's brave enough to pick up the flamethrower.
Okay.
Ali wants nothing to do with any of that psychotic shit. I don't. He's pretty sure you're a demon. He just hasn't been able to prove it yet. He's seen the things you're capable of.
So either any of you gonna take the Sandoval or Jaeger want to carry the lightning rod?
If Jaeger's not gonna carry it, I will.
Isn't that the sword I just gave you back?
No.
No.
The lightning rod is literally a rod that I can shoot a lightning bolt from.
Yeah, that thing is like a spark blade or some shit, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that what it was called?
It is in fact. Where is it? I can't find it on my list.
Let's let
Yeah,
Sandoval
static
hold all
blade.
the gadgets.
Okay.
Jaeger's really never used them.
Well, that's fine. I'm just like,
Well,
hey,
it's
they're
like,
available if somebody wants to take them.
well, hey, you know what, Armando, you're the one who changed the song, right? It's no longer Pirates of the Caribbean. It's now Come Sail Away. And this is the part of the song where Jaeger says, you know, getting closer to my home. He's trying to leave all that shit behind. You know?
All right. I don't like it, but all right.
I get
Or
it.
to be fair, I might keep that one on me just in case they get close.
Lightning rod.
Yeah.
Lightning rod, chainsaw, spark blade. God, dude.
Hey, I
Dude
need to
went
have.
from he went from I don't make implements of destruction to look what I do.
Look, it's not like my class lets me pick a whole lot of non-combative options.
Well, let's be fair.
The game's about
That's not what
combat.
the game's
Yeah.
about. Yeah, that's not what the game's about.
I
We
built a
don't
really
play the
cool
game.
transportation device.
It's sick.
Hey guys, it's D&D, but Farm Simulator. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not playing D&D. This session is uh,
Roll to plow.
payroll, and
Ow.
fiscal accounts. So,
No. All right. So,
You laugh, but I got a +4 calculator.
damn.
scientific.
It's got the little receipt thing and everything. I get a circumstance bonus from my funny green little visor thing.
So I guess you want to use that lightning against the first set right here. I can jump down over here if this cliff isn't too steep. Help out these pirates, I guess, from dying.
Sounds as good at any good as plan as any.
On your
Did we
go.
have the lightning
Captain.
rod then?
No, you have the flamethrower and the frost blaster.
Oh, okay. So I can try to freeze those guys.
And I'll leave points. What of the mechanical beast?
Can't get him without take it without, damaging our would-be allies.
I'll make my way to the mechanical beast.
I'll accompany you.
I'll try to flank when I can.
Yeah.
Constantine just kind of
I'm trying to.
lights the
Constantine,
flamethrower.
is she competent with the rifle, correct, or a pistol?
You stay with
Oh,
Sandoval, Constantine. Unleash hell on those bastards.
All right. Well, when I blast, you take off.
That is a far more accurate statement than you know.
and as you guys, break apart into little groups, Constantine turns, grabs a handful of your glutamus maximus
Mm.
as you pass by. Wink of the eye, steals a kiss, and off she runs, plodding off with Sandoval. And so I will require the initiatives now, guys. Sorry.
19.
Sorry. Unnatural 20. It's just 20. It wasn't a natural 20. It's just 20.
God damn, I'll leave with a 26.
Yeah, rearranged the apartment today. Feels a lot more snug. That's what I did when Jameson and Sam hopped off earlier. But that's not involved with the game. What's this dude's name again? The
Ali.
Ali.
Yes. Okay. Ollie kind of looks to you, gives you a nod as he leaps from the ledge here. Lands just fine. Makes his way towards first one here. Swings one of his two blades, landing a hit. Causing significant amount of damage. After which, Sandoval, you're over there. So Jaeger, roll a spot check. You will see what happens regardless of what you roll. This is your spot check is more to notice something else.
I'm just not even with the die. It's not a 1. It's way better than a fucking 1. 7 on the die plus 12. 19 spot check.
Okay. Ali, as he lands his strike, does a spin move, right? Placing himself between the Imperatus and this guy here, who these three Imperatus here have guns drawn and are about to start blasting on these dudes.
Oh shit.
And as he does so, he releases the blade. And the blade, however, takes a defensive posture, floating in the air. It continues its melee without him holding it.
He calls my brother a demon, but he can make his sword fly? Bullshit. There's no sorcery. I don't know what is.
To be fair, he didn't call me a demon. He just thinks I am one.
Right. This is a very old sword technique.
Impressive.
Sword technique, right.
Jaeger.
So, question.
Your turn. Answer.
How far away is it's about 30 feet.
Do you
if I
guys
get
see
like
the new thing where you can measure in like cone? You can measure in shape.
Yeah, I do like that.
That's really cool.
So question, if I get a really good jump check, could I like jump from this ledge and like just slam attack this asshole?
Yes.
Embrace of the earth times 10. All right. Oh my god. I actually got a natural 20. Oh my god. A 40 on my jump check?
Nice. One moment.
I don't care if I do the most damage. I just like getting good rolls when I like have those random things. I'm like, I want to do this one cool thing. Yeah. I'm happy for the rest of the session now.
Well, that's what it's
Even if-
about, isn't it? Be
Yeah,
strong,
true.
man. Jump good, you know.
Gosh.
It's all about having fun.
That's it.
Is it a grapple attack
Oh.
or what do I do? I didn't have my weapon out. I was just gonna like slam down
Hold
on
on.
him with my weight.
I know you're really strong and you jump good, but I need to make sure you jump far enough.
Ah.
And you know, normal people just have like a normal jump, right? Yours isn't fucking normal. Abby normal. What's yours?
Yeah.
That's how Jaeger would sound too, Emma. Yeah, I'm special.
She's getting on my last fucking nerve. Because like she's literally 3 or 4 feet away from me, just dancing and singing. It's like 1 in the morning. Disrespectful ass kids. No
And
respect.
look what I can do.
Yeah.
Can you do this? Lulu, skip to my Lulu, skip to my Lulu.
No. No, I cannot.
So points above 10. How tall is Jaeger?
12 feet.
Let me look. I have it wrote. Evident.
I know you have it wrote somewhere.
He is 7'4".
You know the funniest thing is that you are capable of jumping further than than the Earth's gravity will allow you. You can not jump as far as your check allowed just now. That's it's funny.
Wait, what?
You rolled so good. You are jumping at Jaeger's physical maximum. There is no way you can jump further ever than
What I
how
just did.
high
Yeah.
you are based on, well, there's a formula for it. You can't jump any further than height times 2 as far as a standing jump, but I assumed it was a running jump, right?
Yeah.
Meaning you would have had to have taken a bit of a run, which is at least 10 feet. So, as I had stated, your jump, so here's the weird thing, because you're supposed to be on the ground, but your jump allows you to jump further. So, Justin, I have to ask, what happens in this instance? He didn't make it all the way there because his movement won't allow him, but he succeeded at the jump to make it there. Is he
Well,
stuck in the air for the next part?
I would point out the fact that this is an elevation drop, and you automatically
Yes.
fall.
Okay.
So
So he makes it there.
that would be that's how I would rule it.
All right.
You know,
So you're there. Boom. Roll your massive Jaeger grapple or fall damage, whatever you're doing to the guy. Also, remember, they are covered in armor spikes.
Yeah. I just got healed up. I don't care.
I know.
Uh,
That's why he reminded you not to be an idiot. But here you go.
Be careful. What do I immediately do? Jump off a cliff
Jumps onto the spikes.
onto a spiky dude. I don't know. What do you?
Take
What would it?
7 damage, by the way. What are you doing? Are you falling onto either way? You're both
With 245 pounds of that jump landing on top of him, I think I would do more damage just like landing on him than I would. What do you? I don't know. What do you think?
Do you want to pin him or do you just want to fall on him?
I'll pin him. Fuck it. Jumping grapple. That's what I do.
All right, then roll your unarmed damage.
Wait.
And
That means he grabs him. When he grabs someone, he can instantly throw them, right?
oh my god, you're doing the
Yeah.
Street Fighter move.
Yeah.
You're doing the Zangief Street Fighter move where he grabs him and like 3 inches from the ground, he front flips and flings him away from himself,
Oh,
and
he's too
somehow
far away.
miraculously lands on his feet.
He's too far away.
Yeah. Figured I'd check.
Still had to check.
This guy
But
isn't.
that's fucking hilarious. Yes, nice catch there though.
I figured he'd like to
He
use
said
his new
this
ability.
guy's
So I'm gonna throw this dude.
That's funny because he's like, "Oh, you think my brother's a demon?" Jumps down there and does some like physics breaking shit. Everyone's just breaking the rules here right now. In
Hey, we're not lawful. We
one
don't
guy
care
will-
about rules.
yeah, any of them.
It's more like suggestions.
And he goes
Laws,
flying 40
like
feet.
polite suggestions of physics.
He goes flying 40 feet into this dude.
To what dude? This dude?
Throwing him at that guy.
Okay.
Yeah. He's within 40 feet.
Yes, he is.
I figure they take more damage the further I throw them, right? That just makes sense.
That would depend. But no. By the mechanics of what you read to me, no. Just does. Because that would imply that the further away a target is when you throw a rock at them,
Yeah,
you know,
I get. Yeah.
the more damage it would do to them. That's not what happens.
Only if it's falling from like the upper atmosphere.
So it's a D8.
What is?
Corpse damage, it says, for a medium creature.
Yes.
7 plus my strength. Is my strength added into that?
Absolutely.
15. Okay. So they both take
know the cool
15
part?
damage.
They both have armor spikes on too.
Hilarious. And they both have to make a 15 balance or whatever check to make sure they don't get knocked prone.
And they both go down. In the mangled heap. As you're aware, they are all creepily silent. You do that, throw the guy, they end up mangled, clanging into one another. Their metal armor rings out clearly among the silent din of battle. It's weird. The only thing you can hear is an orc over here in a language you're unfamiliar with, as I assume no one here speaks Orcish. He is giving commands to the 4 men around him or intermittently shouting at whoever it is he is in combat with. So, how much damage? What did you do, by the way? Tristan?
No, sorry, I was muted. 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
You said I took 7 damage from landing on the spikes, right?
Correct. Isn't that measuring thing so freaking cool now? So dope.
Yeah.
He does it. God damn it.
Oh yeah, by the way, thank you for reminding me of that cool throw thing I just had. My ADD totally forgot about that ability. And it was so much cooler incorporating it with the jump.
Oh yeah. That is an awesome visual.
Cause I got maximum leap, and then like at the pinnacle, right at the bottom of my fall, just grab them and sling them across the fucking beach. Yeah. As I slam into the sand. I don't have a floaty sword, but how's that?
Anyone not paying attention, it just seems like you just replaced that guy.
Yeah. Even Armando's never seen Jaeger pull a feat. I kind of wish you were there to go holy shit about it, because I don't even think Sandoval saw it. He's too busy aiming his the frost apparatus.
Okay. And damn.
Yeah, and as I pull off
Die.
that move, I look over to Ali. I'm like, I don't have a floating sword, but I can do
And
things
so the
like
one
that.
you want to hear the funniest part of all of this? The guy you hit has to make a fortitude save. He's fine. But he almost got knocked out.
To be fair, that was a lot of G's that just got exerted on him. You know? He did like a 270-degree spin rapidly and then chucked across the sand. Probably the whiplash was bad.
He's probably trying to figure out what the hell happened. Can't imagine their armor provides a whole lot of visibility.
You know, that's fair.
Sandoval.
Okay. So I need to move to about really cancel. About right here. And then with this nifty cone tool,
It sounds so weird to say it that way.
I can get is everyone the cone is touching.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So basically everybody but that guy in the back takes drum roll 19 points of frost damage for a DC
Okay.
20 save.
Right. So, oddly enough, I rolled 3 sets. And all of them ended up taking max damage from it, and are one step towards being frozen as they are tangled to the ground, essentially.
These black church guys are no match for the champions of the plane. Just saying.
It would fucking seem.
Try to tell you guys, man, with the power of friendship, we're fucking unstoppable. It just isn't even fair.
How did you know the name of my gun?
The frost apparatus.
No, my other gun, the power of friendship.
Brothers. We share the same blood now.
Oh, right. You looked at my journal, didn't
Maybe.
you?
Now, did that get all of them, or just that last guy? Was he affected?
No, just outside the range.
Right.
Or I would have had to be like right inside of their threat range. So
Yeah,
had I
fair.
missed, they could, it's like attacks of opportunity and shit. And I need all my healths.
That's fair.
For as long as I can keep them.
Meatwall
All
Jaeger
right.
shares your concern. I might be in a bind if we encounter any more frogs. Dude, those things hurt, man. That was insane. You take like a lot of damage every round.
I was gonna say, usually it's Jaeger hurting himself, not something else hurting Jaeger.
Okay. And more gunfire from the beach, swordplay, so on and so forth. Um, what's the stats on this flamethrower here?
Is that a giant lizard on the beach?
Probably an alligator or crocodile.
Correct. Crocodile.
We're fighting a psionic army of people welded into their armor, and you're concerned about the giant lizard?
Do you see how
Well, we've
big
got to eat later.
Yeah, I mean, that, as I had stated, look, if you look down closer to the beach near those tents,
Yeah, there's an.
they have crow, rat, toad. Fuck, they were in the midst of netting turtle. These dudes were getting ready to fucking eat. What do you mean? It's
Oh,
breakfast.
that was dead. Oh, I thought it was alive on the
Nah, man.
beach.
Them's good
I was
eating.
like, who's got the giant alligator pet? Where's the beast tamer?
No, that thing's dead. It's got that red hue to it.
Oh, it's skinned or something, I guess.
No, I tried to convey that it was
It's
dead
dead.
by coloring it.
My bad for reading too hard into it. I was like, it's red, it's special. Oh my god, guys, we gotta be careful. There's a giant mech thing, but look at that fucking big ass alligator.
It's a shiny.
It's a shiny.
All right. Yeah. What's the stats on this flamethrower?
Yes, dude.
Stats on the flamethrower. Blueprints. There we are. Is she firing it as a cone or a line?
She was gonna do the cone.
Okay. Does she have it adjusted for a 30-foot or a 60-foot?
That's a thing. Yeah, she would try to
Remember,
make it as big as possible.
Okay, remember, I have the thing that lets me double my ranges. Alright,
Right.
and it's a 60-foot cone dealing 9d10 with reflex save for half.
Jesus.
But I was inclined to point out that it would like thaw the guys, but I don't think that's going to be an issue.
I mean, you are completely correct. That is part of the frost blast thing. Is it removes the entanglement once they've been exposed to extreme heat.
But at 9d10, I'm failing to see the problem.
They will be extra toasty.
And in fact, them being entangled may well give them negatives on their reflex saves.
It does automatically, as I recall.
Dude, I can't get the fucking black square to go away so I can measure with the fucking...
Just zoom in and then pan over. That's how I had to do it.
so weird.
Yeah,
They're like, here's a new feature, but by the way, it's quite intrusive.
And it's buggy as shit.
Well, to be fair, it is a new feature. Yeah, that is weird.
I wasn't having any problems with it earlier. I don't know why it's not going away now.
It has a lot of potential, but it needs some work.
You can move it to at least get it out of your...
I currently... There we go. Yes, you're correct. It wasn't like changing. My icon was staying an arrow. I got it now.
Huh. So we might just have a toasty bad guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're all getting toasted. And that was how much, by the way?
9d10.
9d10.
Good Lord. 46.
I hope they're dead.
They are. All of them, by the way, are dead.
Nice.
So great.
I was just thinking one of the only guys who can really see what's going on, this guy here, it just sees this gout of ice and then this gout of fire, and he's just like, are they with you?
Oh, no, wrong image. I don't know why I thought this might be.
Going on. Damn, fire and ice, man. Fucking ruined these guys' whole day. All right. And meanwhile, on the ship, what do you guys got going on?
Well, running to my workshop. Actually, I guess the first thing is checking what is going on at the ship.
Okay. Make your way to the ship. Yule has the boat drawn up. Yule has been giving orders to people. They were in the middle of trying to make it to the beach so they could scrape and get ready for deep sea.
Mm-hmm.
But then a man's head was floating in the sky, began to give orders of a contrary nature. So he opened up the stores and grabbed the guns. Everyone is armed, ready. Everyone is manned the sails. They just don't know what to do next. There's a captain boarding, or the shore party hadn't come back yet. He assumes that is you, but he is distraught, seeing no captain.
So I will stand tall at the is it the poop deck where the wheel is?
The helm. The helm.
Well, the helm is the wheel itself, but the whole area, just basically so I can address the crew.
I think the whole area is the helm. I could be wrong. But you know what I'm talking. We know what you're talking
He
about.
doesn't want you to call it a poop deck. I need more Steven on the poop deck. Ew.
Gentlemen, the Black Church has decided that we must die. I don't know about you, but I'm not laying down my life for those assholes. They have this island surrounded with ships while they send in their death squads. We have already taken care of 3 different groups. We are gathering forces. We will fight for our freedom. For a long time, I've been running. I just wanted to live my life, do my own thing. But that's not an option anymore. They must be stopped. I ask that you stand with me. We take the fight back to them. Give me this chance, and I will show you that we can win. We'll show you that we will win. And a total of 20 on my diplomacy.
And some of the men on the crew, incapable of controlling themselves, there's an outburst of yeah. As
I view it like the
little-
Knight's Tale when that guy goes, when everyone's silent and then one character goes, yeah, and then
Yeah.
then people start cheering.
Because they're not really sure
Yeah.
how to react, yeah.
Although there is distinctly a portion of the crew that, although moved, isn't as jovial. Yule among them, as he steps forward, places a hand on your shoulder, and he says, "Moving speech, and I thank you for the words. But where the fuck is the captain?"
So I turn to him and I'm like, Him and the others are still fighting to free more people down the beach. Yule, there is a dreadnought out there.
Ah,
If I don't find a way to take that out, none of us are getting out of here.
what do you need of me and my men?
Set up defensive positions. More survivors should be coming in this direction.
You
I will
heard the
give
man.
you- Sorry, I was.
Starts yelling at people. No, he's just kind of. There's a few people gawking. You heard the man, and those people who were not moved by your speech.
Are
They are
moved
then
by
moved
fear
by
of
the
Yule.
barking orders, by the barking orders of their quartermaster. And he turns to face you. Is there anything you need from me personally?
I just need you to be you, Yule. Stand strong. Be ready.
I fear this will be one of the easiest jobs I've ever had to do. Being himself.
Yeah. Well, that's the point, though. I have a lot of faith in Yule. If, when I go downstairs, I come back up with the cannon.
That's such a casual way of saying it, too.
Or he's struggling a little bit.
No, I'm not. Remember, I'm still wearing my power armor.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a nice bit of a bonus for that on your
Yeah,
charisma
that's.
roll, too.
Aha. I didn't really consider that, but yeah.
I did. You look like a fucking big mechanical monstrosity that's ready for war. That's what I said. There's people that couldn't control themselves. They're like, fucking follow the mech man.
So I tell him this should be good for one strong shot, and it'll be a hell of a shot. Save it till it's needed. Out of game, it fires up to 250 feet and does 18d6 fire and bludgeoning damage to a 40-foot radius.
Woo! Fucking mortar.
Yeah, that's why I said it's a hell of a shot, but it'll only fire once a day. By the way, Yule, this is Mercedes. She carries my ring.
Oh,
Game implying that, yeah, she can basically do anything she wants on my ship.
right. Turn and fist to the chest. Bow the head slightly.
All right,
As
quick.
she kind of looks at you, are you just gathering a whole group of Ecclesians to go to war with the Imperium?
The Empire is rotten, Mercedes. To save it, we must cut that rot out. I will use whoever I need to do so.
It would seem. And so, Genji, Leander, you guys are doing what exactly? Listening to the moving words of Armando.
Like, woo!
Did you just ask yourself in third person what you're doing?
He did.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Huh.
I hadn't even thought
It
of
was
it.
more directed at Jim, okay?
Yeah, no, I'm standing there like, yeah, okay, yeah, woo.
So,
Yeah, Leander's just kind of like jotting stuff down.
all right, quickly, this way to my lab. I doubt we have much time before they attack here.
Okay. And now,
Daisy, I need the plans for the phonograph.
Jaeger, you get an attack of opportunity
You'll bring the crystal down.
as
Oh yeah.
the one in front of you turns, fires his pistol at you.
Quick, grapple him.
Yep, that one.
I am so tempted to. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take. I'll take the piercing damage again. I'm gonna grapple him.
All right. You take 10 damage from the pistol shot. You take 7 more damage from the spikes. And
Does
I
30
can,
second grapple check get him?
it most certainly does, and he is incapable of avoiding said grapple. So, if you would like, you can throw him.
Yeah, I'll throw him into that guy back there.
What guy?
From here to there.
Okay.
Hell yeah. He takes 16 damage this time.
Stop. Oh. That's great. So, Brad, this guy is not dead. He wishes he were. He's knocked out.
he's fighting this spear, dude.
Clonk. Dude, that feat is insane.
I love it. It's worth the damage I receive. Just imagine when I'm back home in Ecclesia and I'm not fighting people that hurt me when I hug them. It's gonna be great. I'll be like, I'm stronger than you. Wait, it's phone shit. As I just start slinging.
He's just like,
I do admit this is a trick I learned in the faraway Imperial lands, but damn it, is it handy. It's called wrestling.
I just want an image of Jaeger with the word wrestling underneath.
Let's hear what you
Really? Because I pictured Jaeger like full fleshed out, like Baki anime, like every muscle overly fucking animated, drawn out and shit, just like holding his fist up, lights in the arena. Dude.
ain't real wrestling. Okay. Sadly,
What's Ali think about me just
one
tossing
of our
these
friends
enemies
here
aside?
goes down. Cut down in his prime? Whatever.
He's down.
More to
Oh, I
that.
see him.
Yes, more to that. This man is also really cut down. It's the numbers. The numbers, they are just fucked, you know. However, this guy here, down.
Tristan.
You're warbling,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah, you're warbling.
Oh.
I can barely hear Sam over you.
You know, as cold as it sounds, it does make things a little easier for me.
Okay, and this guy here, Sandoval. Oops. This one. He is holding his own against these two imperatives, but they are overtaking him slowly.
So I can help with that.
Okay. This one goes down. This one. Sorry, guys. There's a lot of fucking people. Out. All right, and this guy here. Disappears as the warden steps up close to him, and you're familiar. You saw the attack in the church. And it's a shiny little blue light, shoots out, draws a insanely fast, draws a sigil on the ground beneath their feet. And once the sigil is complete, kind of emanates a bit of energy outward, drawing the whole sigil in its entirety briefly. And as it disappears, so does the guy inside of it. You hear him let out a yelp, but it seemed painless. This guy here fires a shot and turns and flees. And, Ali again. This guy steps up with him, gaining confidence now that he has ally, and they jump this fool. And it goes as you'd expect. Jaeger, your turn.
All right. What happened? This pirate rushed Ali? Or is he?
No, he stepped up to fight the Imperatus.
Oh,
As Ali stepped up to fight him, so did the pirate. He jumped over there too, and they jumped the Imperatus.
I'm gonna step around this guy, maneuver over here. I'm gonna attack this guy.
The one he's prone.
Yes.
That's the guy you already threw once.
That's great. Runs
Throw
over,
him at
picks
the
him up again.
Imperatus.
Throw him at the Crystal Guardian.
Oh, I couldn't I? Yeah, wait, he's in range. Fuck this guy specifically. I'm gonna do it. Just keep throwing his ass.
Fuck that guy specifically. What's your problem with me?
I just don't like you. I don't like your face.
You can't even see my face. And that's why
Doesn't
I don't like
matter.
it. Throws him.
Does a 38 grapple check get him while he's prone on the ground?
Man, I really fucking hope so.
I'll say, for that matter, can he just grab like a boot or something and not get stabbed?
Damn. He takes 15 damage. Again.
You throw him into
the Guardian crystal. Yeah.
right. Okay. And as that happens, the Guardian turns and almost reflexively, forgive me, literally catches the Imperatus. And in doing so, just literally shreds the Imperatus asunder, as he is really fucking low on health already. Rips it in half. Throws his body parts to either side.
Well, you have a really easy way to start eliminating them now.
Keep
Is
throwing him
it
at the
bad that I
Imperatus.
thought the same thing? I'm like, man, I wonder if I just keep throwing them at that thing, will it just keep shredding the Imperators? Is that bad?
I mean, it's what I was thinking. Seems
Use
like
your powers against them.
seems like a valid
Yeah.
tactic to me. You know what else seems like a valid tactic? Seeing if crystal will break if you cool it down and then heat it up in rapid succession.
Almost like I was planning to do that.
Yeah, yeah, I saw the cone.
All right. Sandwolf, your turn.
All right. Move up here. Cone of effect. And it gets everybody inside that cone. 4, drum roll please. 25.
Nice.
That is pretty nice. No, ice. You mispronounced it.
Ah,
Okay. It's common.
ice. Ice, ice, baby.
Boom, 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 da-da-dum, dum. All right. Let's
If we
see.
collaborate on this, just listen to me now.
No, wait, listen. So, as that happens,
All right, stop. Collaborate and listen.
you see the remember the effect that happened when you were in the church, where when they would take elemental damage, their armor would light up ever so slightly. that's happening to these ones. That didn't happen with those ones. There seems to be a limitation or an amount of aid that is granted them. It seems almost like some of their inherent bonuses are changing on the fly.
Right. Well, that's the last. Don't really have too many options, but let's try and overload it. What's her name again? The dwarf lady.
Oh,
Constantine. Constantine, roast them.
Oh, yes. Walks out, just starts making fun of their moms. Wrong kind of roasting. Sorry. She should probably try to stand here, right, to get that guy. Oh. And in a sort of half dome, like semicircle, a few feet out in front of the warden, the ice seems to sort of dissipate over top of it. But with the massive amount of freaking damage that it does, portions of it are getting in. So it takes some of the frost damage. All right.
This guy's probably really happy to see the two guys in front of him just frozen.
So she can safely get those guys without blasting that guy.
Fine with it. Jaeger can throw the popsicles later.
That's rough.
Good lord.
I mean, if they're frozen, do they shatter?
Yeah, probably.
So
From
it's-
being tossed
it's
40
nine-
feet in the
it's
air?
9d10, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm halfway through, right? I've rolled three. I've rolled 3 10s, an 8, and a 9.
Oh boy.
She's not only killing these imperatives, she's making glass on the sand, right?
Did she lower the cone?
No.
Oh.
And the resistances of the warden, as they did with your item, break down the face of this insanely hot fire. She does nearly max damage. And she does 78 fucking damage.
Holy shit.
There's another area.
Constantine's over there. I am a goddess of fire and flame.
I was just about to say, Sandoval, you're standing next to her. You see just the bewilderment and amazement in her eye. You know a firebug when you see one, right? Seems like we just made one. She's like, ha ha ha. Ha. Oh
You
yeah.
over here, Dresden, eat your heart out.
Right.
So, Jaeger, remember when you said for her to unleash hell?
She just did.
Consider the leash off. Yeah.
Let slip the hounds of war. Excuse me. This guy kind of steps out of the freaking way best he can, stumbles back, and is knocked prone by his own attempt to move. Kind of crab walking backwards away from the intense flame. The tide of the battle has definitely changed. Sorry about that.
Luna.
Well, okay. So this guy. Use this guy.
Can you imagine being
Dead.
in the Imperators right now? And they're like, "Ha, we're gonna just wipe this scum clean," and then all of a sudden, how the tides have turned.
You're very accurate. All right. And draws his bow, begins firing, hitting the one you already threw. Sends an arrow clean through the helmet. Guy comes to stand with you, like, yeah, we're badasses. And then it's your turn. Jaeger. Hello?
Oh man. I guess that guardian got hit, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna charge attack him. Let's Does a 30 hit his armor class?
Who's? Where? What are you doing?
Sorry. The guardian or the warden, sorry.
Yeah, but
Charge
I mean, what
attacking
are.
him.
Okay.
Charge attacking. Charge attacking.
Sorry. I assume you're using your glaive.
Yes, and I'm going to savagely blow him.
I don't think he has the required equipment.
Yes, it's inside the crystal.
You do remember that inside the crystal is a skeleton, right?
No, he just put in a new one, remember?
You're so cool.
Yeah, Tristan, you're so cool.
Well, you know how when you tap on a token, it puts the three icons above. There's the red, green, and blue ones. She said, "Oh wow, portals. They're so cool."
Now you're thinking with portals.
Sorry, I'm rolling damage. Give me 1 second. I'm looking
fine.
for my dice.
Good Lord, fire and ice was devastating.
Hey, Dad. Pink.
17. He takes 33 damage. Wait, sorry. Wait. Not that. He takes 42 damage. Sorry.
I was gonna say it felt like lower 30s was like relatively mild for the savagery thing.
Well, it's a savage
I,
blow
I
every
almost
time.
said it. I almost said it, but I don't want to say it.
It gives me 5d6 whenever I use it for damage. So it goes up every 2 levels for barbarian. So
Sorry.
42 damage. Take that. Pow.
Yes. And okay, it is still functional and mad. Sandoval, your turn.
Well, with Jaeger in the way, I can't very well freeze him again. Or attempt to freeze him. So, I think it's time for a good old double barrel.
Ye old double barrel. What, man?
Alright, so that is a solid 32 to hit.
Yes, 32 hits.
And 13 points of damage.
Okay. And yeah, your gunshot begins the process, and you've seen since this is like the third or fourth one. I don't remember, but
It's got to be running out.
begins its breaking process. How it begins that spider webbing process, and
Something like, 2 lead balls hitting it at terminal velocity. We'll do that.
blue ethereal light begins to pour out from where it is beginning to crack. And as it does that, um, yeah, you're aware most of what it was doing for the Imperatus is gone. So it, however, is still ready and able to fight. Constantine. Right over here. Lays down fire on this dude. And dude. Literally jumps into the ocean, begins swimming. He does not want to burn to death.
I'll be honest, the fact that he can swim in that armor is impressive.
He doesn't need to go far, just down beach a little ways. Let's be honest, he's not out far enough that it's over his head just yet. So, as long as he can stay up from the waves batting at him, the swim check isn't too difficult. He just needs to stay on his feet. This guy, however, about to be no good for him. Jennings has those guys steps up. Make sure his friend is okay. Stabs this Imperatus. Slay one another. Guy is jumped by all these guys, handled readily. And Jaeger, it is your turn. As Ali, I believe everyone is aware, is a bit of a technophobe. He does not want to go anywhere near the warden. If he thinks Armando's a demon, what do you think he thinks that is? He doesn't even have room in his mind for that thing. He doesn't even know what the fuck to even think about it.
I'm going to savagely blow him yet again.
Okay.
Or, let's see, if I make this, it is AC. Does a 29 hit his AC?
29 does hit its AC.
Alright. Just to clarify, when you're two-handing something, it is strength and a half, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
Which I'm aware is ludicrously high for you.
$43 damage.
Nice. and you literally crack the crystal in half. It also breaks the skeleton at the rib cage and basically sundering the crystal. A massive chunk from the top comes off as you shatter it in half, pretty much, spewing forth a shit ton of the blue ethereal light. You need to make a reflex save.
Uh, 25 on my reflex.
Good. And you, excuse me, are fine, but you jump back 5 feet as you feel a pull, a little physical pull from the point of contact where your blade struck. Your blade is fine. I rolled for it. And yeah, there's a slight tug as it seems. You know the way that the rippling effect occurs when you see the heat leave from the ground on a
Yeah.
hot summer day. You see that happening. Um, only it's only in one spot, right above where you shattered the crystal, and for the briefest of moments, it seems as though it swirls in you know in a clock-like fashion, but only for the rest of this round, and it will be fading. So as soon as you see it, it begins to fade.
Tell Armando about that. Weird
And
swirly light.
random rocks and detritus are being pulled in. So like it's literally suctioning like coconuts from off of the trees and shit. And that's the end of combat, it would seem.
I walk over to the ledge.
One step closer to the edge.
Wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend.
As I do so, I call to the people around us. Friends, as you have no doubt noticed, the Black Church has come to claim this island. And in doing so, kill everyone on it. We are not without bite. We can fight them off, but in doing so, but to do so, we need to do so together. Not as several small groups, but we need to gather our strength and fight them off as one. Will you join me? And, other, important sounding words and whatnot.
Diplomacy, I think, would be the role.
Yeah.
Correct.
And it is not in my inventory menu, by the way. It's in my skill menu. Diplomacy. If only I had ranks in that. How does a 30 do?
Oh. It does terrible. No. You guys literally just showed up and commanded the elements, right? Laid waste to half of their reinforcements of what was already a rough fight for them. On top of that, you're kind of perched up on the thing, really cool like. It looks cool.
You look
And
fucking
so-
awesome.
Right?
I got some really nice boots and a fancy hat.
Ooh, the hat.
As-
The hat matters.
Yeah,
It does.
it does. It does.
Hat
So
matters quite a bit.
not only are you saying the words, you did the do, you also are dressed the part. You look like you know what you're talking about. And so the men begin, kind of raising their arms and weaponry. Um, the ones with firearms fire them into the air as they all begin cheering loudly. And a couple of the men, however, look towards that orc. He just stands there, kind of arms crossed, nodding, looks around at everyone, says something in a language you don't know. This guy here conveys to you that he says, Cord says he'll be no man's slave. I believe he's with us. And everyone kind of,
I would say, I would have him relay that, there'll be no slaves on my crew. Yeah, my crew is, by their very definition, free men.
and yeah, and he turns and begins speaking
To the point,
him.
if you weren't free,
and-
you are now.
Yeah, and at that, he kind of holds up his axe. As you see, he carries a bearded axe. Yeah, yeah. No, all the men here on the beach seem to be in agreement. They will join. Meanwhile, back on the ship.
Meanwhile, back at the plot.
Back at the ranch. What you guys got going on?
Well,
On
first I'm trying to make a sonic gun.
All right. I need you to make some rolls.
Okay. What am I rolling?
All right. Firstly, engineering.
37.
All right. So, how are you going about uh, powering this device? Are you going straight for one of these crystals? You're going to try and slot something in that effect?
Uh,
Or are you just trying to rig it up so that it doesn't have the power source?
it's gonna be.
Is this the thing
You've played Fallout
that
4, right?
draws in? This is the thing that draws the power, correct?
No. This is the thing
No.
made to shatter the Guardians. Or the
Ah,
Wardens, rather. I'm
right.
not going to the point of I need to be able to keep people safe long enough to build the other part.
Okay. I need you to roll also an alchemy roll
Okay.
on the. So this will be a bit of a preliminary test on the crystal guardian piece that you have.
Very
The
nice.
warden's piece here.
39.
And yeah, you believe you find the right resonance for disruption.
Okay.
Um, you're fairly certain with enough time, um, not not something you have at the moment, but with enough time, you understand it well enough that you can manipulate it to increase and decrease what its functionalities are, implying that you could do more than just crack or shatter it. Potentially, you could do other things with it.
Right.
You're not sure what that implies just yet.
Well, hopefully there'll be enough left when I'm done with the other parts to salvage something.
Okay.
So I'm imagining this device to be very much like the you played Fallout 4,
Yes.
the was it a plasma musket or laser musket?
Okay. Yeah. The the Minutemen
Yeah,
fucking weapon where you got to kind of like wind it
you got to crank it up.
to.
So it basically it has a
Yeah.
built-in power generator. You're not firing this thing every round.
Correct.
But let's face it, it's designed to hit. It's designed to work for the wardens. It's not going to do a whole lot to anybody else.
Right.
Uh, you know.
Might make you nauseous.
Right.
Or give you a bit of a headache or something. But yeah.
Okay. So once I have that constructed, and then is that constructed then with those rolls?
So yes, between you, Arthur, Daisy, all putting in the work, and you explaining what you need done as you go. Yes, you guys slap together a device that you hope fires multiple times.
Okay. Uh, remind me if I have this wrong, but Arthur can't innovate. He can just follow instructions, right?
Currently,
Okay. All right, so I'm actually, once we have a blueprint for those, I'm going to have him start working on making a couple more.
okay.
Because I have a feeling, having more than one might be a good idea.
Okay.
And meanwhile, while we're doing this, I'm also picking Genji's brain for anything about how psionics work and how his people fight them.
Okay. So you would have a bit of insight as to the way the Sigic Order combats psionics. And that is with psionics, as they have come to find. Magic is not that it's ineffectual. There are just facets of magic that are. So often, magic users don't run the risk. They just fight fire with fire.
If I may, the Genji tells you that the comparison that he's heard is that the issue is that magic and psionics are like two different winds going in different directions. They can mix and interact, but they're both heading in different directions, so they don't interact a lot. Is that? I mean, Sam, unless you think that's too.
No, hey, that's great.
Basically, it was one of those. He admits he's like, I will confess it was not a massive concern for me, as I have no talent for either. But I do remember that from some of the other clan members.
Okay.
And the Sigic
game.
Order usually.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, out of game, the comparison I would make is it's two different frequencies.
Yeah.
But Genji does not have that phrase.
Stick around. You'll have it soon.
Oh dear.
But basically, what the Sijic Order has done traditionally is always gone around and ensured that psionic items aren't falling into the wrong hands, because not only do they not want people to harm one another or to become, uh, you know, involved with the enemy in any capacity, they also are looking for tools to utilize, because their strongholds house vaults of indescribable uh, immensity when it comes to the amount of psionics held within them, because they have things that they can't destroy. They don't know how. They've been incapable of destroying them. And also, there are ones that they aren't sure if they destroy them, will it destroy the thing inside. So they also have been studying these items themselves. They don't know if they'll release them once they do figure out how to destroy them. So there's a massive inside debate amongst the Sijic Order. So some of the masters you speak with say those items they are profane and should be destroyed. The vaults are sacrilege. But then you also speak to masters that say the vaults are required because no one knows what they're truly dealing with.
Well, after a quick moment listening to him while I take one of the cones that would have been used for one of the gun for the I can't think of the word with the phonograph. Strap a few things to it and have it sent up to Yule so that he can speak to people farther away.
Awesome.
Also, I send out healing potions, so anyone that is healed or is injured can be healed, or they can be provided when other people start showing up.
Okay. So, I would argue that creation of the bullhorn, or forgive me, what is it you were making the next form, the electronic one,
Just the megaphone.
megaphone,
Yeah.
would be relatively simple in that you have already created most of the components for it once before in some way.
Right.
All you gotta do is slap it on a bullhorn. So I would accept taking 10 on that one and still make it relatively quick. Although you could roll if you'd like and make it insanely fast.
Yeah, I'm just going to roll because
Okay.
Since I'm building something, I have a 27. So even if I rolled a 1, I'm pretty sure a 28 would still succeed.
Yes.
And I rolled a 13, so that
Okay.
makes a 40.
Yeah, yes it does.
All right. Well, next, so I start talking to Genji, to Daisy. It's more me just talking out loud, and anybody has anything they can throw in there. And I'm starting to build a box, and I am using various crystals as I test them with a hand crank generator to see how they react to various charges. Explaining that if this works, this is going to create a wave that will spread out and begin to resonate with all psionic items and probably people that are psionic within its range. Um, Creating a propagating wave in a feedback loop that will have a rather dreadful effect on them.
Daisy, although understanding a lot of the terms you're throwing around, you are delving into some cutting edge stuff. And she is struggling to keep up. Arthur, however, is just taking in what you're talking about. And so Arthur is a little quicker on the uptake and begins to aid you before you even fully are capable of giving him directive. He's already starting to take action from what your intentions seem to be. Daisy, however, is a little slower on the uptake and needs the directives, so she lets you explain before she jumps directly to helping. Meaning, while you're talking, Arthur just stops giving you attention as he turns and mechanically walks off and starts building shit.
Oh boy.
Almost as though, were he capable, which seems very outlandish, he would be completing your thoughts, right? Does that seem like a fair assessment?
It's not like he doesn't have this giant psionic crystal for a heart or something.
Right. And so, in the midst of all this, Genji, roll listen check.
Jim?
Jim, you there?
I'm terribly sorry. I muted myself while I went to the restroom and did not unmute. 23.
23. All right. You hear your flute. It begins to play that oh shit. Oh shit sound. You know. It's not playing the lament implying that there's corruption. More that it's your spidey senses are fluting.
I'm like, oh dear. I'm looking around. I need to get.
Roll a spot check.
That would be a 26.
And off to one side near Armando, you see that ripple effect of like the mirror being heat rising, reality warping. Is that fair? Can I say that and we all just understand that's what that means?
Yep.
Heat haze.
All right. There you go. I'll take that too. You see it near Armando. He doesn't seem to be paying much attention.
Armando. And I'm lunging for him. because that's not good.
That shouldn't be happening.
I'm busy.
Okay. And as you make your way towards, you need to roll a will save.
Oh no. Whatever will I do?
I know, right? I know you're worried about
Will
will saves.
Oh yeah, very, very.
Shit, I
32.
am.
32.
Yeah. And as you cross this metaphysical barrier, this threshold, um, you feel the urge of like your character is Asian, and so he is aware of the. I don't really know how to word it other than this shameful sense that you should be bowing when in the presence of your betters, right?
Right.
It's inherently inside of them. And so as you step forward, you get that feeling ever so slightly. You, however, shirk it off as in a sense of pride. Your flute's going off. You're like, I'm not going to bow to whoever the fuck is making this thing go off, you know?
All right.
Right. And as you step through, there's a very obvious shift in the color palette, the gravity of the room, the proportions of everything as the room sort of dilates. And Armando,
Hmm.
you then take notice that only you and Genji are in the room currently as the lights dim slightly and take on a more bluish tone. You look up from your research. There's Neohelenia seated. I don't know if that's the appropriate word. It's hard to sit, as you remember her legs are tentacles.
Yeah. She's assuming a position that resembles seating for a
He's
human.
reclining.
Yeah.
Correct.
Ah. Welcome back. Did you actively stop time, or is it just you pulling us somewhere else for a moment?
Ah, you're in my hole.
Well, I'm afraid I'm not versed enough to know what all that implies.
She looks
Uh,
over at Genji.
there's a
Looks
very
over.
Genji. Okay, despite the will save, Genji has a look on his face like all of the oh fucks you can possibly imagine have gone through his head in every language he knows. He is cursing, except he was cursing, and then he suddenly pauses and stops and just takes a deep breath and does
Till
battle.
the
He
moment.
is a guest in her home. He is currently in her home. Even if he did not, even if she did not properly invite him, manners.
Yes, and as she cuts her eyes to you, that you could see there was a pinched stoicness about herself. She was about to reprimand Genji, it would seem, as she turned and her gaze fell on him. He gave her a polite bow.
It is at a
She,
game. It's the kind of bow that's very measured. It is precisely that of a guest who did not expect to find himself in the host's home.
Fair. It's a language of its own.
Hmm?
And so, yeah, she relaxes as she um come. I I think this would be funny. You should be involved in the conversation too, Tavarian.
Uh, Not to be rude, but do we have time? I was in the middle of a war, small as it may be.
A war. No, you're not in the middle of a war. You're at the beginning of one, love.
I kind of like tilt my head aside, like
Nodding.
conceding the point. A battle, then.
Fair. She kind of gestures it away with her hand, wave. Time. Time wave. Mm.
You may be able to ignore time, but
We have
I'm
as much time as we have as much time as I say we do. At least here. Your friends, however?
very well. I assume I still had tools in my hand, which I'll tuck away into my vest. Thank you for
Yes.
having
Oddly
us.
enough, she is a little surprised, but yes, your tools, Genji's items, all made it over. There was some things she could not keep from coming over.
Yeah, she really wanted me
She's
to
a
keep
little
from
pissed
bringing
about
stuff this time, didn't she?
that. Yes, but there are some things that are magic. She is incapable of holding those back. It would seem you've made your penance for your rude behavior before.
My eyes cut over to you like, what?
Did you manage to catch him?
No, he eluded me. However, the irony of healing him to hurt him was not lost on me. That was as she does the classic Italian chef's kiss, French kiss to the fingertips. It was tasty.
I
And so it would seem you and I could aid one another.
aid in these times is certainly in short supply. But what could you possibly need from me?
More than you will ever know.
Out of game, I was trying to
Though,
flatter her by implying that, you're so powerful, how could I possibly help you? At the same time, the fact that she
right?
was willing to admit that tells me there's a problem.
More than you
Oh
will ever
boy.
know. She, as unwilling as I am to admit, I've been gone from this realm for quite some time. My powers aren't what they used to be. I'm sure the Black Church, as they call themselves, have decided to run a massive smear campaign and potentially draw attention away from myself and most of my brethren's true intentions in the what your people refer to as time of madness. I can only imagine what dreadful stories they've come up with about us. But we're not the ones who have enslaved the entire realm. Among some of the things I am able to grant are Wishes, I think your people refer to them as. Favors, my people call them. But quid pro quo. Are you able to pay the price? There is a lot I am able to grant. Only ask it. But there will be a price. I'll help you in your endeavors. You aid me in mine. Deal. One of her tentacles kind of slither its way across, and in its best attempt at human appendage, reaches out as a hand.
I stare at her eyes for a moment, and then I reach out and grasp the tentacle and shake it with a slight bow. Deal.
Ah, good. I had this whole speech about I am an inevitable force and blah blah blah, but this was much better. She turns and looks at Genji. Is this appropriate for you, peacekeeper?
Not
One
even
of the
slightly.
Well, okay, to be fair, quick check. Here's the thing: is part of the thing for Genji is that at this point he has accepted that a lot of what he's been taught wasn't necessarily wrong, but was
Lacking in detail.
was lacking in nuance.
That's fair.
I am not best pleased with this decision, but in the end, my friend is human, is free to make his own decisions, as all
Yes.
should be. As
There
we,
you
as
are.
my people have stood against the tyranny of control of the mind and soul.
This is the truth of it. You, I have some insight for you as well. There are some secrets that the Order holds back from even your people. I'd make a deal with you as well. Were you willing? I could set you on your path.
She can what me on my path?
Set.
Set you on your path.
It sounded like you said setch, which I was like, what does that mean?
It's a squid word.
At a game, God.
Yes. That is in
Yeah,
fact what
he
she
knows.
is.
And what do you ask of me in return?
The same. A favor for a favor. Is that not fair?
First, I must ask, who am I dealing with? At a game, she never actually introduced herself.
Ah,
True.
my apologies. Genji, may I introduce Nehelenia? Goddess out of is it storms?
Yes.
Goddess of storms, doorways, and deals.
As she kind of presents herself in the upper human portions, presenting her bosom,
I
placing
imagine
some of
she
her
does a
hair
weird.
very sultry around herself.
I imagine she does a weird version of a curtsy using her tentacles as the dress.
Correct. She attempts to look human as humanly possible.
At a game, the thing is that I know she is a god, as a god deity of deals. Even more than most, she is bound by a deal that she makes.
Mm-hmm. But
Absolutely.
even
Counterpoint.
so, are you?
Yeah, counterpoint. Yeah.
Power. Power. It's full.
If I may append one slight condition to the favor. I do not know if you will ask it of me, but I must state it nonetheless. I cannot act against my people.
Nor would I wish.
Then you have a bargain, Lady of Deals.
Ah, good. Then, what is it you would like from me? As she turns to Armando. It seems you are at odds with more than you can handle.
Out of game. I don't know about that.
I do.
And so, what is it you would like to do? Save the people? Destroy your enemy? Or do you just need more time?
Out of game. Yes.
Ah. Ah. I'm willing to do two, but not all three. Pick.
Saving the people will both give my efforts more backing, but will also enhance their belief in you.
Yes, as in this endeavor, my askance would be that it is done in my name. The resistance can be in your name. However, the saving of all of the souls of Amastawa are in my name. Deal?
Out of game, I'm kind of side-eyeing Genji, like, is this a good one? I'm fine with it, but
At the game,
I,
Genji, you're watching him bargain with the souls of around 500 or 600 people that are left, as
to
though
be
they are
fair,
poker chips.
I'm bargaining for the souls.
This is fair.
right. Yeah.
But are you truly sure you're capable of comprehending what that truly means?
I'm not. That's why I was looking to Genji. I'm aware that I am out of my depth.
He looks over at
Your
Genji.
Look, a
depths.
year ago I didn't believe in the soul, okay?
Your depth, we're out of game. We're out of any human's depth. Buddy, we are so far past our depth that we're in the fucking Marianas Trench. Out of game, as a player, I'm uneasy about it, but my main problem is doesn't this technically give her claim on their souls?
Not exactly. She's saving their soul. Well, I don't know. I'm not here lawyering it. I,
It's the chicken or the egg approach.
right. I have the problem, like, if I had more time and knowledge of this whole setup, then I would be like, I could word it differently?
I'm doing a wisdom check just because I, as a player, am kind of drawing a bit of a blank here.
A good idea. If only, I had wisdom.
Well, I have a
I
21
only had
total,
a
so
brain.
Hey, I'll have you know I
Okay.
have a 22 intelligence.
And what bit of insight are you trying to garner here?
I'm trying to determine. Genji's real concern at this point is this. What does this mean? What would this mean for the people that are saved? Is really the problem.
Right.
Does it give her a claim on them?
Whether they're willing or not, right?
Yeah.
That's the idea. Are you bargaining for their souls or for their lives only to doom their souls, right? Is that your what you're trying to
Basically,
glean?
a man's soul
So
is his own.
it seems as though she's being very candid at this moment, implying she's not trying to hide her true intentions. She has stated basically she is willing to save the people, but as she specifically stated,
Being
the
done in her
souls of
name.
Amastawa are saved in my name, implying that there is a bit of a metaphysical implication there
They
that
are.
either a she will get them regardless because of this deal, or b she plans on inferring herself in some religious way to sway these people so that they believe in her.
Here's the thing: the second one, I have no problem with. I'm like, you know what? Fine. Frankly
And that's
speaking,
fair.
considering what we know is going on, we need the gods back.
And that's fair. That's fair.
And
The Sigic
here's
order,
the
however,
problem.
the Sigic order, however, had a very big issue with man-made gods. That's why the the Mad Lords were taken down, as they were human. They were faulty. Traditional Asians aren't into that. They trust into the celestial beings. They trust the heavens. That wasn't the case with the Mad Lords. These are people who can actually go out and acquire godhood. So it's more, how does Genji feel about it personally? Because his upbringing says everything about this interaction is incorrect. But as you've stated, you do feel as though the gods need to come back. It's just that, are these the right gods that need to come back?
Here's the
Because
real
your people
question that
have their
Genji's.
own god.
Yeah, here's the problem that Genji's facing. Can we afford to be picky?
And that's very fair. This is what the conversation with your master at the very beginning of your whole entire endeavor has been about, going out into the world so that you can garner enough experience to be able to make this judgment call.
I nod to Armando.
A word of warning, lady. The device I'm building should not affect one such as you, but at the same time, you may wish to be careful.
I will tell you, you'll want to hide your baubles.
Then, I pray thee... Out of game. Hold on, I literally just had her name. I pray thee, Nehelania, will
Nehelenia.
save these souls. they may come to know you.
By my will it shall be done. And there is a blue light that emanates as she touches your forehead with one of her tentacles. And she says, there was a second, was there not?
Can out of game the second part of the
Second part of the,
Yeah.
a second, a second thing. Because she had said 3.
Yep.
She told you to pick 2. You said to save the people. She also
Can you
offered
reach into their
more time or to strike down your enemy.
more time?
More time it is.
Out of game, because if we have her strike them down, then I don't get the reputation, and then they're not going to join. I got to find that balance.
Yes. And she says to you, then in return, because in order to grant you more time, you will need to stay here in my hole. Only for a short time, it will feel like to the outside world. To you, take as much time as you need. However, in return for this, as a guest in my home, I ask that I claim guest right wherever you go. If you are a guest, welcome. So am I. I travel where my companions do. Do we have a deal?
Oh, out of game, I'm not sure if I'm going to phrase this correctly. All those who would walk beside me are always welcome, and if they are not, then I am not.
Then nor am I. As she does the same blessing upon your forehead.
Out of game, did you catch where I was going with that?
You may need to explain a little more thoroughly. There may have been some nuance.
The idea I had it's because she's a goddess of deals, so she also knows how to work around them. But it was the idea that she must basically those who walk with me, so those who are
Oh,
on
yes,
my
she must make herself known.
yeah, well, not just that, but those who are on my side.
Oh, yes.
So,
As long as you two remain allies.
yep. But I also said that any place that will not welcome her, I will not stay.
Fair.
I'm offering a concession to bind her deeper to me, so.
And she just said,
She agreed, yes.
same for her. Anywhere you're not allowed, she wouldn't go. And so she turns, looks at Genji, closes her hands over, well, what they almost end in fingers. There just aren't enough. As she closes her hands, so to speak, over one another and opening them, revealing a scroll case. Very pristine, brand new leather and some metal that you're unfamiliar with at the moment. She presents it to you. And inside of it, she says, there are 2 pieces of paper, both of which are coordinates to different places amongst the islands. both of which are for you and you alone. Any other who lays eyes upon these parchments cannot read them. They are indecipherable. They will appear as the scrawlings of a madman, but to you, completely legible. One, a place you will need to go. Another, place you must decide should you go or not. And in return, I only ask that when you speak of me amongst your people, you speak of me in a positive light. I believe that is a fair price for paper. No?
Indeed.
Ah, she hands it to you.
Well
And her
bargained and done.
tentacle reaches out, touches you on your forehead as well. Blue light emanates from you. As you too are a guest here, if you would like, or I can send you back. The decision is yours. So you're gonna stay there with Armando, or are you going back to the ship?
I will stay. And thanks. And thank you for the hospitality.
Ah, thank you for the kind words that you will spread about me. I am aware my appearance is off-putting to most. I will leave you with silence. All you need do, think of me. I'll return, bring you back to your ship. And she sort of tenebrously slithers away. So it's not the way that an octopus does it, it's more the way that a shadow would bend around the walls.
Well, that's not weird at all. Sure.
Gonna point out you're talking about a goddess and you're worried about weird.
I didn't say I was worried about it. I'm just notating it. It's an
He's like,
observation.
that does stuff to my uncanny valley. I don't have time for that.
Oh boy. So out of game, this feels like a horrendous mistake. Oh well.
Can't imagine why that would be.
I can.
And so, Jaeger, Tristan, you there?
It's after 3
No?
o'clock. He might have turned into a pumpkin.
Oh, a pumpkin, yeah. Well, I was just gonna let him know that he was feeling some feelings of doubt from his brother Armando. But as he has passed out, and we have completed the role play portion, I will call a pause here if everyone is okay with that.
Yep. Recording ends then?
Sounds good.
Alrighty. On we sail.